It is, yeah. I mean, there are, just to put pay to any misperceptions, of course there are drawings and prints that everybody knows are made on paper, but that's not what this show is about. It's actually about using paper as an art material in all sorts of different and imaginative ways, from making collages to making up, as you can see behind me, to making fully three-dimensional sculptures. So, and there's such a range of different work here. We've got over 50 artists represented. They're covering the last 40 years of British art. I mean, it's an eye-opener for me, and I hope it will be for the public as well.
You mentioned the artists taking part, some big names amongst them.
Yes, that's, they include, we have an early piece by Damien Hirst from 1990-91, a little small piece, but it's a sort of miniature glass vitrine. It's actually a drinking glass with a ping pong ball in it. We've got Roy Lichtenstein, the famous pop artist, who's represented by a 3D pyramid. We also got Bridget Riley, who's famous for her optical art paintings, which kind of make your eyes go, so there's a lovely piece by her. We have Edoardo Paolozzi. So a really, sort of a lot of the big names in British art are represented here.
This is the exhibition that will take us through to the new year. What sort of a year has it been for the Victoria Art Gallery?
It's been a humdinger year. I mean, and almost taken to the extent it's almost taken me by surprise, because our visitor figures are 30% up, and it was a lot. I mean, this wasn't just down to the success of the Celebration of Flowers exhibition that had Kay Fassett and Candice Behuth in it. It was. Most of our exhibitions have turned out to be better intended than we were expecting. So that's just hugely, there couldn't be a better reward for me, because, you want, when you put on shows and you change displays regularly, as we do upstairs, obviously you want as many people as possible to see them and enjoy them.
Lots of exciting things to look forward to, or are you keeping mum?
No, not at all. In the show that follows this is a performing mechanical theatre called Sharmanka, which will perform for 25 minutes on the hour, and it comes on a stage. So they're kinetic sculptures, but there's music, sound, lights. And it is a fully automated performance. So, but with a Russian folk inspiration, because the artist who made them was an exile from communist Russia. So we're really looking forward to that one. And then in the summer we've got this a show called Approaching Thunder, which is about British art from the Second World War and just after it. I mean, there were some amazing war artists like Henry Moore, Graham Sutherland and John Piper, but we'll be able to follow their trajectories through into what they did after the war as well, because of course then there was the kind of nuclear armament, the Cold War, and I think the art really sort of captures that, the kind of, I mean, it's not all downbeat, don't get me wrong, but there are some, the quality of the works that were made is just outstanding.